Before we get to those presentations. Are you ready? Sure. We are going to start with a presentation led by Councilwoman Allen.
No, I'm doing one more user broadcast. So it's on the right. Right, we'll just do a third. Okay, do you think we need to read this part? No. I don't think we ever need to read that part. No, but you can. I'll have you read the first part because then the rest is me. Okay, that's great. Are we ready? Yeah. We're going back here. Thank you. I would like to read a resolution commemorating the 50th year anniversary of the first full meeting of the Metropolitan Council to be aired on live television. Whereas it was 50 years ago that a meeting of the Metro Council was first televised gavel to gavel on July 3rd, 1973. And whereas the broadcast aired on Nashville's public television channel, then WDCN TV Channel 8, which not only filmed and produced the broadcast but also covered the cost. And whereas the first televised meeting was of Metro Council's public hearing night on zoning bills, and whereas the broadcast continued on Channel 8 on the Metro Council's regular public hearing nights for the rest of that term, except for a few meetings during a renovation of the council chamber, which were held in the chambers of the Tennessee House of Representatives, where remote broadcast capabilities were not available, and read three or four.
Whereas WDCN TV continued its Metropolitan Council broadcast, even as the station moved its position on the broadcast dial from Channel 8 to Channel 2, and whereas beginning with the 1975 council term, every regular meeting and special meeting were televised, and whereas Pat Nolan was the announcer for the first Metropolitan Council broadcast and continued those duties during his tenures with both WPLN FM and WTVF TV, now News Channel 5, until May of 1985. Whereas for the following 23 years, from 1985 until 2008, Luann Cowan Grandinetti of WPLN took on the announcer role for the Metropolitan Council meeting broadcast. And
whereas 34 years after his initial run, Mr. Nolan returned to the Metro Council broadcast in 2019 and continues to be the announcer and our hype man for all the Metro Council meetings. And whereas the Metro Council broadcasts eventually moved from WDCN TV, now WNPT, to the Metro Nashville Network, and whereas the Metro Nashville Network continues to produce the Metropolitan Council broadcast shown on Metro's government access cable channels and streaming, sometimes we're screaming, online. Therefore, be resolved by the Council of the Metropolitan Government in Davidson County that we are excited about this, and thank you so much, Mr. Nolan.
Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Council of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County, the Metropolitan Council hereby commemorates, recognizes, and salutes the efforts now a half-century long to make the work of the Metropolitan Council available to be seen by Nashville residents so they can remain informed about the legislative process and operations of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County. This resolution shall take effect, and after its adoption, the welfare of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County requiring it.
I want to thank the council for taking time to recognize the meetings of this body have been on television, live TV, for 50 years. Thanks also to WDCN, then WDCN-TV Channel 8, now WNPT Channel 2, and its then program director, Gaylord Ayers. It was his dream to have his public television station broadcast the Metro Council, and for many years it did that. Thanks to the Metro Nashville Network, who picked up the broadcast when Nashville got its own government-access cable channels. Their great work continues even as the council meets tonight. When that first telecast occurred on July 3rd, 1973, it was not routine that legislative bodies had their meetings broadcast. Tennessee General Assembly was not broadcast. In fact, it was 6 years after the Metro Council went on the air that C-SPAN and Congress first began to televise the U.S. Senate and Congress, and both the House and Senate in session. On this, Nashville was an issue that was ahead of Washington. Thank you to the council in 1973 and Vice Mayor David Scobey to agreeing to have their meetings televised. There were concerns about bright lights or members playing to the viewers rather than to their business, but that did not and has not become a major issue. Instead, for the last 15 years, these council meetings have provided government transparency and chronicled both democracy and history in the making. Yes, the meetings in the early days were sometimes nicknamed Tuesday Night Live, much like the NBC late night program Saturday Night Live. It was indeed the good, the not so good, along with sometimes ugly issues of local government, combined with those moments of, did that really just happen on live television? And yes, council meetings have often gone late into the night or into the early morning hours. In fact, the first meeting I broadcast was well over 5 hours, and since the council convened in those days at 7:30, we did not adjourn until after 1 o'clock in the morning. For me, being the announcer of that first meeting was my first job in television and the first Metro Council meeting I ever saw or attended. Somehow at age 21, I overcame that lack of experience and did the broadcast for the next 12 years. Being here in these chambers is where I learned a lot about Metro government that has helped me in my work in broadcasting, whether it's been at WPLN, News Channel 5, and everywhere else I've worked, including in Mayor Fulton's office. There have been some tiring moments, particularly this term, but it's been a real pleasure to have come back here these last 4 years and get another chance to do my first job in TV. As I close, I'd like to pay tribute to Luann Grandinetti. She was the announcer of the council meetings from 1985 till 2009. That's 24 years. That's much longer than the 16 years I've done. Luann has been dealing with some health issues and can't be here tonight, but she'll definitely be getting one of the copies of this resolution in honor of her longtime work. Thank you again.
There's Angie.
Give her the resolution. Give him the resolution.
Hold on.
Hold on.
It's the purpose.
Great. Get ready.
Thanks, Pat.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Pat.
Y'all want to come over? One more hand.
Thank you, Council.
I'm trying to shake your hand. And what's this one? Proclamation.
So why don't you do the, you want to do the, there? Okay, go for it. Because the bottom part says my name.
Right. And now this is a proclamation recognizing the retirement of Ms. Leanne Scott. Whereas Ms. Leanne Scott served the citizens of Nashville Metropolitan and Davidson County for over 36 years and made significant contributions to the community. And whereas Ms. Scott began working as a Metro Water engineer in the operations division and served in various essential roles and capacities throughout her career. And whereas in 2017, Ms. Scott was promoted to assistant director of the System Services Division and was instrumental in maintaining and operating the drinking water distribution system and the clean water collection system. And whereas during her tenure, she was awarded the Golden Manhole Award from the Clean Water Professionals of Kentucky and Tennessee, received the S. Leary Jones Achievement Award and the Arthur Sidney Bertell Award from the Water Environment Association. And whereas some of her professional qualifications include registration as a professional engineer, that's a big deal, I know, grade 4 certification as a treatment plant operator, grade 2 certification as a water distribution operator, and grade 2 certification as a wastewater collection system operator. And
Whereas she has served as the president of the Clean Water Professionals Association and has been a national delegate for multiple terms for the Water Environmental Association, and whereas Ms. Scott has demonstrated great leadership and wisdom through her commitment to the Metro Water and Sewage Service Department and has earned the utmost respect among her colleagues, and whereas it is fitting and proper that the Metropolitan Council extends to Ms. Leanne Scott our sincere and greatest appreciation for her dedicated service to the citizens of Nashville and Davidson County. And therefore, I, Kathleen Murphy, a member of the Metropolitan Council of Nashville and Davidson County, do hereby recognize and honor Ms. Leanne Scott upon the occasion of her retirement and wish her great continued success, happiness, and good health in the years to come. Thank you so much for your service. Would you or Mr. Potter like to say anything?
I'll be really brief because I'm going to get emotional. Leanne is a good engineer, and she is a spectacular operator. She has served this city day and night in the preservation of the drinking water system and the collection system. She's irreplaceable, but we celebrate her retirement and hope she catches a lot of fish in the future.
Just real quickly, I just want to thank all of you. It's been a privilege to serve the citizens of Nashville and Davidson County for the last 36 years. And I've worked with some wonderful people at the water department. And every day when I came to work, I didn't have to wonder if what I did made a difference, because if there was a broken water main or a stopped up sewer, somebody called to let me know it made a difference. So it's been a great privilege, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
How you doing?
All right, council members, we'll continue with announcements. Councilwoman Gamble.
Thank you, Madam Pro Tem. I would like to make an announcement on behalf of Deputy Mayor Brenda Haywood, who is also my former council lady. She wants me to let everyone know that Metro 60th anniversary reception hosted by the mayor's office will be held on July 18th, 2024, 3:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. I don't know about that 2024. It might be 2023. Is it 23? Okay, thank you. It is 2023. July 18, 2023, 3:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Program and cake cutting at 3:45 p.m. And this will all happen at the Metro Historic Courthouse on the second floor mezzanine. So again, this Metro 60th anniversary reception will be held July 18th from 3:30 to 5:30 at the Metro Courthouse. Everyone is invited. Thank you.
Councilwoman Welsh.
Thank you, Madam Pro Tem. I would like to invite everyone to the last installment of Coffee and Gin during this term. It is Saturday, July 8th from 9 to 10 at District Coffee on Sidco Drive. Come on by, have some iced coffee, and then let's go walk the district, and maybe I can put your hand to work. No pressure, no pressure. But this Saturday, Sidco on Sidco Drive, District Coffee, 9 a.m. Hope to see you there. Thanks.
Councilwoman Suara.
Thank you, Pro Tem. I would like to invite everyone to the John Lewis Way activities the weekend of July 14 and 15. We're going to start with a book drive on the 14th. We will also have a historical marker unveiling for Dr. Ernest Reed Patton at Gordon Memorial on Herman Street. And then we will have a panel conversation with Mayor Stephen Reed of Alabama, Representative Justin Jones, Dr. Bernard Lafayette, and some youths in the audience. So we want all of you to join us. And then on Saturday, we will have the historical John Lewis Way March from John Lewis Way and Jefferson Street all the way to the Ryman Auditorium. So we invite everyone, join us on Friday the 14th and also on Saturday the 15th. Thank you.
Councilwoman Evans.
Thank you, Madam Pro Tem. On Monday, July 17th at 6 p.m. at the Hermitage Police Precinct, we'll be having another in-person meeting on the Stewart's Ferry Pike Community Plan Amendment. And so any residents interested in that topic, please plan on attending. Thank you.
Councilman Bradford.
Thank you, Pro Tem. Just to remind everyone in District 13, I'll be having my final coffee with your councilman for this term on July 15th at the Duncan on Bradley Parkway from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Thank you.
Councilwoman Porterfield.
Thank you, Madam Pro Tem. I want to thank the residents of District 29 that came up to the Priest Lake pop-up to discuss our new bike lane. Excuse me, Madam Pro Tem, I just drew a blank. Thank you all that came on Saturday, and I wanted to announce the two upcoming community meetings. July 8th, which is this Saturday at 3 p.m., we will be at Priest Lake Presbyterian Church at 2787 Smith Springs Road, and we are going to discuss the Edgeo Lake project, the sidewalk project, and get updates from NDOT on that project, and we will also be getting updates from NDOT and our walk bike program here in the city to talk about the bike lane, the protected bike lane, and walking trail on Priest Lake Drive. And then on July the 12th, I want to invite the residents of District 29 as well as the residents of District 13 to the community meeting at 6:30 p.m. at the Smith Springs Community Center located at 2801 Smith Springs Road, where we will be discussing an updated community plan to the Couchville Pike area, which is currently in District 29, which will be in District 13. So we want to make sure that we invite the residents from both communities at that time. Thank you.
Councilmember Van Rees.
Thank you very much. Wanted to remind everybody that this Saturday at 9 a.m., we are having a reveal of the Chadwell Park community designs. We've done a lot of work with the folks on, I guess, 3 or 4 meetings now, all throughout the Kemper Heights and South Madison neighborhood associations. And we're real excited to see what our feedback has rendered so that we can use these designs for moving forward to getting a park there on Chadwell Drive. That's going to be at 9 a.m. at 607 Due West. That's at the 607 building right next door to Good Pastures School. Also at this meeting, we will have a reveal of the Memorial Hospital site design and what's going to happen at 612 across the street. So make sure and come. It might be the last time I get to say hi to you, so I hope to see you Saturday on the at 9 a.m. and I'll see you there. Thanks.
Councilwoman Sepulveda.
Thank you, Madam Pro Tem. I just wanted to invite everyone in District 30 and the surrounding areas, really, after a very scientific poll on Facebook and Instagram. We will be screening a movie in the community garden. We just started a community garden, and we're going to be screening Selena. So movie in the community garden, Friday, July 21st at 8:30 p.m. at 244 Willard Drive. And I also want to remind people that early voting begins July 14th. Absentee ballots can be requested by July 27. Early voting ends July 29, and election day is August 3rd.
Are there any other council member announcements? I have one announcement. There will be a rezoning community meeting in District 2 to discuss the Zero Night Drive and Zero Ewing Drive project. That project is on the agenda this evening, and we will be having an additional community meeting to discuss it further on Thursday, July the 20th at 6 p.m. The Zoom link is tinyurl.com/D2 July 20th, tinyurl.com/D2 July 20th, and the physical location is to be determined, so please watch out for my newsletter and posting on Facebook. And seeing no further announcements, that concludes the announcement period.